Hello, Sunbeams. Welcome to Sunshine Realms. My name is Sunshine, and today we're diving into the full moon in Aquarius energy. That's where the planets are today. This is exciting energy. It's also allowing energy. It's allowing us to show up as we are in our full, innate, organic, natural energy. So, if you don't know anything about the full moon in Aquarius, you can always look it up, dive a little bit deeper. But let's go into what cards we have for today. I did pre-pull and pre-shuffle in an effort to save time. The first card is from the Motivation Manifesto. We gain power from again and again allowing ourselves to choose the kind of recklessness that allows us to be vulnerable, genuine, and brave in the pursuit of our dreams. Ooh, that's really good for this energy. This is the Moonology deck. A new start is coming. New moon. That is the yes card. If there was a yes, that would be it. This is the Crow Oracle deck. Urban Crow Oracle deck. Distance is the card that we got, which is a number 14. Interesting. On a full moon in Aquarius, that is very fitting. Very fitting. And this is the Talisman deck. Ooh, wisdom. We got wisdom. Wow, that's really good. Okay. And we got the horse. Ooh. That's freedom. Earth energy. Wow. So interesting. If you have an Aquarius in your life, or if you have Aquarius in your chart, all of us do, you would need to do a natal chart reading to figure out where Aquarius falls in your natal chart. And I am a fellow Aquarius. So shout out to all the Aquarians out there. We are known as the quiet observers, and that is very fitting for us with this distance card. As well as the wisdom card. So this lets me know that we're stepping into an age where we can be ourselves, be our innate, organic, natural selves, where we can let go of things that are not serving us and detach from the things that are not aligned for our highest good. The full moon in Aquarius allows us to do that because as the planets shift, we shift. We might not be aware that we are shifting, but if you are paying attention to the subtle shifts in your mind or your emotions, in your body, in your spirit, you will notice planetary shifts if you're aligned with that energy. If not, then just pay attention to what's going on around you. What are some of the signs that might come to mind? You might get an idea, or you might just want to spontaneously do something. So it's always good to know where we are planetary wise, and that'll give us a lot of insight into why we're feeling a certain way, or why something is popping up, or why we feel this sudden urge to make a shift or a change or let something go. And that is normally a spiritual change, urge, or nudge to be pushed in a certain direction. So it's always good to pay attention to yourself, your inner calling, and what the energy is for you at that moment. So pay attention to your thoughts. Aquarians are really internal species. We love thinking, we love analyzing, and we love diving deeper into things, debating, researching, investigating. Those are all things that we love to do. So even if we're around people, we are doing things internally that allow us to pay attention to things that might not be in the awareness of others. So in this full moon energy, we're also just taking a deeper dive into where we are in our lives. And so with the Motivation Manifesto, it lets us know that we're choosing ourselves. We're choosing to be vulnerable. We're choosing to be brave. We're choosing to be genuine. And it's because we're stepping into new energy, which is really good. This horse is calling my name. The horse energy is freedom. And you see how the third eye is lit up. It's speed, rapidity, momentum, and this, think of horses galloping, this galloping, awakening, alive. It should give you a feeling of movement, of speaking your truth, of moving through life at a graceful pace, a pace of beauty and receptivity and gratefulness. The horse energy for me is being prepared to ride the long term, like having the stamina and just having that sense of self where you feel supported and you feel fully alive in your own skin. It just gives so much good energy. And it's because we are stepping into this wisdom period in our lives. Oof, it's a lot of overwhelming energy, but with this distance, we have purged, we have let go, we have separated ourselves from the heaviness of life, the things that are not going well, the things that we've transmuted, purged, let go of in an effort to free us up in some way, in an effort to lift us up in some way, in an effort to allow us to feel lighter so that when we step into the freedom energy of the horse, we feel more at home in ourselves, in what we have going on in our lives, and what we are capable of doing. And so the new moon energy indicates that we are moving into a new cycle. We are moving into something that is brand new, a clean slate, new blessings, just more positive energy. And that feels good. It feels good to be able to have the knowledge and the wisdom and the insight to know what we're building. How much energy do we have to put into it? How much strength do we have to put into it? Is our mind clear? Are we ready to step into that next level? And so with the full moon in Aquarius, anyone who is on this planet is being impacted by it, whether you like it or not. And Aquarius being the quiet observer, or this observation energy, if you haven't been paying attention to where you are in your life, this is the energy that you can assimilate into, welcome into, and work with. Because we all have something that we're working with, we might as well work with the planets. So let's get into the cards today. I'm going to be using the Game of Thrones deck, which is my favorite deck. I've already pre-shuffled, so let's just pull from the top. Chariot, there's that movement. Interesting. That's also a major arcana. That's the momentum. That's the fluidity. That is the rapidity, the freedom, the horses galloping. If there was a card for movement and positive movement forward, that would be the card. Let's see what we're going towards. Ooh, the Magician. I love that. The Magician is the ability to use all of your resources and put all of your energy into what you are moving towards, what you are working on, where you are, where you'd like to go. That means that you've already written down a list of pros and cons of where you are in your life, where you'd like to go, what you'd like to let go of, and how you're going to get there, how you want to feel when you get there. Using all your resources means emotions, financial resources. It could be your own innate skills, your mind. It could also be, how are you expressing yourself emotionally? How are you expressing yourself vocally? How are you expressing yourself through the resources that you have? How are you expressing yourself through your passions? It's using all four elements: air, fire, water, and earth, so that you can create the reality that you'd like to have for your life. And with the chariot there, it's saying that you have a lot of momentum, you have a lot of agility to do that. Oh, let's see what else is coming in. The Knight of Wands. Ooh. You might not have your hands in everything that you want to have your hands in right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't create it. The Knight of Wands is a sort of I don't know yet energy. It is maybe, maybe not. I'm still working on it. Let's find out. The Knight of Wands is very exploratory, but exploratory in a very childlike, teenage-like way. Like, think of yourself in your early 20s and how quickly you move towards something, whether you had the resources or the direction or not, whether you had the wisdom or not, whether you were carrying burdens or not, you sort of just did whatever you want. The Knight of Wands is a type of energy that gives you a little bit of a free-spirited aspect to where you're going. Let's find out why. Because you're tired. You're experienced. You've lived enough in your current paradigm. You've weathered the storms in your own paradigm. You've weathered the storms in whatever energy you've been in over the last several years. Because we are in the age of Aquarius, a lot of people on this earth are shifting the way that they think about what they want to do creatively and passionately. Everyone's chasing this idea of what freedom means to them. And I love it, because that means that people get to show up as they are in their own energy, and the influences are very much aligned with where the planets are right now. It's not as complex as people think it is. And when you have the Knight of Wands with the Nine of Wands, it indicates that you've lived enough in one paradigm. You've lived enough in one way of thinking. You've lived enough in one way of being. And you're stepping towards something that's more within you, more authentic to you, and more aligned with what feels good to you. If it doesn't feel good to you, then you're no longer going to do it. If it's not reaping the rewards that you'd like to have in your life, then you're no longer going to do it. And so that is exciting energy, especially with the momentum of the Knight of Wands. It's almost saying the Knight of Wands is the momentum to step forward. It is the momentum that's pushing things forward. It is the momentum with the Chariot, because the Chariot has stability with it. The Magician has stability with it. And so taking those ideas and moving it in a direction that is more powerful is the goal. Let's see what else is coming up. Ooh, the Two of Cups. So with the Two of Cups, I get the instant feeling that someone's moving from a heart space, from a heart-centered space, from a place of what they desire, from a place of what feels good, from a place that pours back into them as much as they are pouring back into it. So whatever you are putting your energy into, whatever you are going towards, whatever you are chasing, whatever you are aligned with, Because if it's not aligned, if it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't give back what you're giving in, you have to question whether it's even worth it. So in this energy, when you write out your pros and cons, when you take a look at all of the resources that you have in front of you and what you're actually doing with it, you want to take a look at what's pouring into you as well. Not just what you are giving, but what is giving back to you. So you have the wisdom to do that. You have the energy of letting go, of rebuilding, but building on a foundation that feels good within you, to your soul, to your innate nature, so that when you are going towards your desires, it's going to hold a space of stability for a long time and not just be fleeting or giving today and gone tomorrow. Let's see what we're manifesting with the Chariot and the Magician. Victory. That looks good on you. That really looks good on you. No wonder you're so tired. No wonder you are weighing what is serving you and what isn't. Because you're looking for success. You're looking to feel good. You're looking to feel joyful. You're looking for receptivity. Receptivity. That's a theme, because that's very important for you to feel good in the energy that you're creating. Let's see why you're going in this direction so quickly. You've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for it. So because you've been waiting on it, no wonder you're putting all of your resources into where you want to go, how you want to feel, and what you want to build. Because this has been a long time coming with the Nine of Wands. You don't just get here by waking up. You get here by going to sleep many nights and thinking about, what can I do now to change my future? All future energy is about what you did every single day prior to that success story, prior to that a culmination of whatever it is that you're doing. Before you reach the peak, you have to actually climb the mountain. So you've been waiting on this to come in for some time. Let's find out what's influencing this movement that you're in, because you've gotten to a space where you got tired of being in one paradigm and you want to shift it. It's a lot of passion here. It's a lot of passion here. Let's find out what else, because I'm curious. So this gives me the indication that someone's been a little bit stuck in their head, or stuck in a rut, or stuck in a certain way of doing things, maybe for a long time. Makes me wonder, how long have you been here? Aquarius energy. Oh yeah, that means that you've been here for a while. If you've been quietly observing something and you've been churning things in your mind, trying to figure out which way to go, what can I get rid of to get ready for it? What can I do to get ready for it? What can I change in order to move myself into this horse energy? I mean, this new start. How can I move myself into new energy? You've been here for a while. You've been thinking for a while. Let's break the deck and figure out why. Hermit. Temperance. That's the student. You've been learning. Yep. Okay. So you've been learning. You've been either teaching yourself or learning something about yourself, about your circumstances, about your passions, about who you are innately. Not necessarily what you show the earth or what you show people, but who you are. This is a very internal space. The Hermit energy with the Temperance and the Six of Swords is like you've been in your mind space for a while, directing your passions in a certain way, so that when you bring it forward, it has solid pillars. It has stability. It has strength in it. It has the ability to stand. This is a lot of work. You don't just get here overnight. And I say that because in order for you to get to a place of wisdom, in order for you to get to a place of a new start, in order for you to get to a place of being in the magician in the chariot and the Six of Wands energy, you have to dive deep. You have to get to a place where you can't go any further in the energy. You have to get to a place where you're looking for something that's going to give back to you, that's going to last and stand the test of time. So this is good energy because the learning has been there. The research, the time, the opportunity to be the student has been there for some time, but there's a direction that you'd like to go. I'm going to pull one card for the final card. Queen of Pentacles. Home. You want to go home. Home to yourself, home within yourself, and to a place that feels beautiful and fertile and nurturing and loving and guided. The Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing, earth-like person, place, or thing. It represents the pinnacle of health and wealth and beautification. It could also be a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. And anyone that has those energies in their chart would be exuding that. It's an energy that exudes a place where you can rest. Be assured of yourself. Feel like home. Feel like this is the place that I want to be forever. So this is great energy for where we are moving into with the full moon in Aquarius. So as we are building, as we are letting go, as we are creating new cycles, as we are saying yes to ourselves, yes to where we'd like to go, yes to a clean slate, a yes to new blessings, yes to the Queen of Pentacles energy. This is good. Let's find out. I'm going to pull one of the star codes, Astro Oracle by Heather Roan Robbins. Let's see what card we get. 8th house, mystery. This reiterates everything I just said. That nocturnal energy you've been under, the learning of the hermit, the quiet observer, in order for you to transform and come out the most authentic way that you can. 8th house energy is transformation. It's death and transformation. It's rebirth. It's giving birth to yourself in new ways. It's creating new versions of yourself based on where you've placed your energy, where you've placed your passions, where you've placed your resources, where you've placed your mind, where you've placed all of the things that you are working with in order to get to this point. So I would suggest doing some writing, jotting down some of the things that you'd like to pull in this energy. What would you like to come in with the full moon in Aquarius? What would you like to give birth to with the 8th house energy? What would you like to build that feels like home with the Queen of Pentacles? What would you like to gain in terms of wisdom in your life? And when you think of all of this newness and the stamina that you've built in order to go towards it, think about how it's going to feel once you've wrapped your arms around it, once you've taken a breath in that energy, once you've settled in. And that is what you can use to manifest what you like to bring in. You can align with the way it feels. You can align with how you'd like to live in that energy. And so manifestation is not always just physical things. Sometimes it's an emotion, it's a feeling, It's an insight. It's a part of you that you might not have right now. But with the rebirth energy, with the energy of the eighth house, especially with the Aquarius energy, all the work that you've been doing is going to eventually give birth to a new version of yourself. So make sure you step into it in the right way. So with that, all my sunbeams, I say hello. This is the introductory video to my channel, and I like to just bring the energy when it comes, when I'm led to give readings, because I'm not always led to read for the collective, but because I am an Aquarius sun, then this is an innate call for me to do a full reading today. So if you resonate with the information, if you resonate with the cards, you can hit the like button, you can share it, you can subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm sending all my gratitude to everyone. Have a wonderful day.